Hello, my lovelies. It's Murky Meg here. It is Friday the 24th of March and good morning. Up bright and early because I want to discuss something with you. Now, this isn't newsworthy or anything new. I just wanted to give you my opinion. And this is something that I've been thinking on for a while now. And we all know that Harry and Meghan have signed multi-million-dollar deals with Spotify, with Netflix, and Harry's got his CEO, the Chimpo, the Chief Impact Officer, for some mental health thing that how on earth he can preach about mental health, I have no idea. Anyway, that's by the by. But they have cash rolling in. However, they also have cash rolling out. And their overheads are pretty shocking, or some have speculated the security alone is going to cost at least $2 million a year minimum. It's rumoured that they want to buy a private island and that they want their own private jet. Hey, Kardashians have one. Why can't they? So much for Eco Harry preaching that flying's bad, okay? That's a South Park reference if you don't know. But a lot of people have speculated that Meghan sought Harry out before actually meeting him, and there is lots and lots of rumours that she targeted to him because, hey, English Prince is bound to be absolutely rolling in it. And this is evident really for when you read the spare, or when you hear what is put in the spare, that she was shocked that Harry didn't live in a posh house and that they had to buy a sofa and things on her credit card. God knows why they had to do it on hers, I have no idea. But it is well rumoured that Harry is extremely tight-fisted when it comes to cash. However, Meghan, completely opposite, or so we're led to believe. Now, here's a question for you. Does Harry have the ingrained association that the man must earn the millions? Is it ingrained in him, do you think, that as the male of the family, he must be the one to earn? And do you think this is putting extra pressure on his mental health to make sure that he keeps Meghan in the way she is now accustomed to? They may be rich, but at what cost? Now, what we do know is from Spare is that Meghan already dramatically threatened to leave Harry after he snapped and became disproportionately angry with her during an argument. Let me read it out. This is chapter 23 of The Spare. Reunited, quiet night, not caught. Preparing dinner together, December 2016. Meg and I discovered that we shared the same favourite food, roast chicken. I didn't know how to cook it, so that night she was teaching me. I remember the warmth of the kitchen, the wonderful smells, lemon wedges on the cutting board, garlic and rosemary, gravy bubbling in the saucepan. I remember rubbing salt on the skin of the bird, then opening a bottle of wine. Meg put on music. She was expanding my horizons, teaching me about folk music and soul, James Taylor and Nina Simone, and a new dawn, a new day. Maybe the wine went to my head, maybe the weeks of battling the press had worn me down for some reason. When the conversation took an unexpected turn, I became touchy, then angry, disproportionately, sloppily angry. Meg said something I took the wrong way. It was partially a cultural difference, partially a language barrier, but I was also just oversensitive that night. I thought, why is she having a go at me? I snapped at her. I spoke to her harshly, cruelly. As the words left my mouth, I could feel everything in the room come to a stop. The gravy stopped bubbling. The molecules of air stopped orbiting. Even Nina Simone seemed to pause. Meg walked out of the room, disappearing for a full 15 minutes. I went and found her upstairs. She was sitting in the bedroom. She was calm, but said in a quiet, level tone that she would never stand for being spoken to like that. I nodded. She wanted to know where it came from. I don't know. Where did you ever hear a man speak like that to a woman? Did you overhear adults speak that way when you were growing up? I cleared my throat, looked away. Yes. She wasn't going to tolerate that kind of partner or co-parent. This kind of life. She wasn't going to raise children in an atmosphere of anger or disrespect. I'm sorry, but couples argue. And that is living in a bubble. People get cross, you argue. It's human nature to have little spats. To draw a line and say, you're never going to speak to me like that again, I think is asking for trouble. Now Harry is terrified now of every raised voice I can imagine. She will leave him. Does he live in terror that any raised voice and she'll up and leave? Does she play that card regularly? or is it ever mentioned? One can only speculate. However, there is a reason why I'm saying this, but what happened was that argument sparked a vow from Harry that he would provide money no matter what it takes. And we've seen those consequences now because he's had the book. $20 million advance he got paid. Yes, he's giving a small chunk. Everybody's saying, oh, he's donating it to charity. No, he's not. If you actually read the insert into his book, he says Prince Harry wishes to support British charities with donations from the proceeds of his spare, not the advance, it's the proceeds. The Duke of Sussex has donated $1.5 million to Sensible, I never know how to pronounce that, an organisation he founded with Prince Cecil, the Mother's Legacies, and he's also donated £300,000. It's weird that the first one is in dollars and the second one's in pounds to Wellchild. So, two charities have benefited from the proceeds, not the advance, the proceeds. The rest of that lovely wonga is Harry's, i.e. Meghan's. And we all know what happened with the fallout, with the subsequent interviews for the book itself, and how much damage that this has actually done to Harry's family. So they may have all these riches, but like I said, the title of this video, and previously I mentioned, at what cost? Miserable solitude is my guess. And let's not forget that in the sit-down talk with the psychotherapy guru Gabor Mayat, Harry said that he's willing to do anything to stay in the spotlight to get more money rolling in. His marriage may depend on it. There you go, in Harry's own words. His marriage depends on the money rolling in. Does that mean that Meghan wouldn't stick around if there was no more cash rolling in? What do you think, dear listener? Would she? Let's not forget, it's rumoured that they have a $40 million mansion mortgage to keep up payments with. And with the recent, I'm not quite sure what's happening over in the States, but in England, we're going through a cost of living crisis where people's mortgages have doubled. Yes, some people who have been paying just £400 per month for their mortgage are now expected to pay $800, if not more, for their mortgage per month. It is crippling. It absolutely is crippling. Everybody is feeling the pinch. There's also rumours that Meghan wants a bigger house, and some media are reporting that she won't be happy until they have their own private plane. I'm not buying that, but hey, like I said previously, Kardashians each have a plane. Why can't they? Sod the environmental costs. And it's been widely speculated that she's gunning for billionaire status. One source told a publication, I'm told that Harry is deathly afraid of the consequences if the family financial faucet dries up. Meghan has a history of loving and leaving guys when they no longer serve their purpose. Just ask her ex-husband and Canadian fiancé. Ouch. So they may well be absolutely rolling in the cash right now, but how long has this got longevity for? I mean, they can't just keep saying the same old. We know that Harry has a multi-book deal, but exactly how much more truth has he got to say? It's alleged he has another book worth full of revelations, and that this will be coming out at a later date. No doubt, blasting his family yet again. But he's lost everything. What other family members, apart from Beatrice and Eugenie, actually correspond with him in a loving manner? It's very sad, really, that Harry hasn't woken up. But unfortunately, it's gone far too deep now to really sympathise with him. He's done this on his own accord, and he would have known the consequences of talking so angrily and so bitterly and shockingly about his family and the repercussions that would have caused. He's not that stupid. I mean, I know he's rumoured to be not that bright, but I don't think anybody could be that naive, to be perfectly honest, to think, oh, no, I'm going to write all these things down about my family and they won't be cross. That's my impression of Harry, but there you go. They're not going to take it on the chin, mate. They really, really aren't. I think you're well and truly out the fold until you divorce her, or she divorces you. Which do you think will come first? Will he divorce her or she will divorce him? I think Harry's there for life unless it happens. Unless she goes, bye, I'm off. He won't divorce her, she'll divorce him if it happens. A lot of people say it's not if, it's when. And I'd like your opinion on that. Anyway, I would love to know your thoughts on this. We all know that majority of the population thinks that Harry has gone too far. Harry and Meghan have gone too far because their popularity, both in the UK and stateside, has plummeted So, how much longevity do you think that they have? Are they going to be flogging a dead horse until all the coppers dry up? And if that happens, well, what will happen? What will happen? Will Meghan stay around? Harry, he's there for the kids. And I truly believe he loves Meghan because I think it's been manipulated that way. You know, love of a narcissist is a very complicated one. And that's all I'll say on the matter. Anyway, I'd love your thoughts on this. Is there any way of coming back at all with or without Meghan? Do you think the royal family will accept them if sorries are mentioned? Or do you think it's a done deal and that's it, damage is done? As always, I'd love to know your thoughts. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell and also that like button. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of my followers for all the tips and all the emails, DMs that everybody sends to me. It really is greatly appreciated. So thank you very much for watching once again.